completely overwhelmed Loud. So the more they can end on C like this, with only 10s at home, the better it'll be. Look at this lineup with the deadlock wall. Lovely into waterfall. This is, it's a little more difficult to punish them for breaking that wall, but I think it's going to make most of the retake come through spawn. Loud, this is where that deadlock can create the advantages.
So they've still got a bit of util left to play with here. As soon as this fight comes through with a nade, following through with the paranoia. Connections, Ghosto, ripping off the part of the ground net. Significant value there. 3 players just locked and rooted into place here. Sentinels finding it difficult to chew through this one. It's another smoke to try and get them into position, into the site. But it doesn't matter for Loud.
What the fuck?
A tight control there to see side when they get into the post plan.
This is making it feel like they're going to end A.
It's a one-man fake though, and a one-man show. Still, I mean, center on that half by
What the fuck?
Okay, well, someone was supposed to be taking contact there for John, but they'll maybe tighten that one up once we get to the rifle rounds. It doesn't matter as much here. Loud getting themselves into that C post plan. Sada didn't give away a rifle or anything. And now instead of the wall going and flushing out waterfall, it's players in that direction. So again, the Sen retake all coming from one spot.
Plan for Mound as well. You have Les is going to be taking point here. Onto the side, doesn't quite have the weapon for it, so he's not scared of playing aggressive. And they have flipped it. You can see just that position in QCK. It's been a bit of a nuisance here. They know that waterfall is most likely a second decision to dominate the smoke, but as it fades, the rifles going to be slinging those bullets across now and finding all sorts of value. 2 years eventually getting it slightly laboured. John QT sticking this one. Surely pushed back, and yes, eventually so. But that's a damaging second round here. In the palms of the immigration officers or something, I don't know, but here we go.
Look at that grab net.
Yeah, a lot of util being used to make sure that they can't take and contend that close up on fight. Tens,
Ooh,
he's still stuck his way in here.
Second.
Eventually will go down, but surely evened up now. 3-2-3 QCK. Drop down one bullet to the chest. From second.
कोई तो चिल्ला
रहा है, find that gap in through to the B side. The trouble is the spike is dropped down into the middle of nowhere. They'll have to retrace their steps and regain that ground if they want any chance of winning this round.
It is technically possible that Tui's could get up to his Omen ult in the middle of this round, but it doesn't seem likely with the state of what's happening. So Les is making his way over there. There was a coordinated play to put more pressure on Zelsis. Les got close to C, started breaking Killjoy utility. In theory to make that duel easier for Tui's, but he forced his way through it anyway. And the Sen players are doubling up.
Yeah, doubling up, but you can see the amount of unknowns just circling around, you know, both teams' heads, I think, at this point, just making sure that everything could be cleared. Les is having to contact his way through most of these angles. He just doesn't know what space has been taken by Sen here.
But Tui's fake smoke on B did start to pull people towards that site, and so it's opened up this avenue for Loud to get to.
It's double re-clear Sen.
Yes, sir.
They're side by side. I mean, Loud are going to have easy access to this entire site. And the Wisest, the center in the opposite sides of the map as well. This plant will go down. As soon as they hear there's no sound cues and they see that plant is online, they're going to be making a run. Heavy marathon sprint now all the way over towards the A side because time is of the essence in this one. It is still winnable for Sen. It's about how they take this fight right here with the door opening wide. Les, he's got awareness online with the angles. 2 years dropped, but Les does not reveal his position now. Tucked at a slight off angle. Ajar! And nails the first one. 1v1, nade in his face, satchels as well. Too much to overcome. And we'll just win it out with a util.
Yeah, second bhai apna second.
Amazing round to back up and start to cover other holes in the map.
It's got only a good round for them. 2 years.
Bhai sahi hai bhai, ideal
बढ़िया
bhai.
Won't be biting them.
He hit the wall this time.
He did hit the wall. No misplays, no fumbles. So into the post plant we go for Loud.
And they played these B post plants way too passively against C9. So it's nice to see 2 players up and aggressive here, QCK and Sadak.
And make sure to play those 4 positions. QCK inside the smoke, takes the timing. And with that, Rocket earned. A kill gained. And this retake just looking really so unlikely for Sentinels. They realize it. Immediate backing away. Got to keep those rifles into the next if you want to stand any chance on the long-term plan. It's been the game plan for them, just giving up this space for free as the door opens up again. It's an Anaswarm to stop them in their tracks, but Loud will be doing a great job with the macro. However, that is overzealous. Les really did overstep his own boundaries. Another snake bite dropped down as well. That prowler, but the door opens wide to that angle. John QT will fall in the midst of it.
Really well supported by Loud. Yes, a little early from Less, but the rest of the team there to pick up the pieces.
Zagan agar timing कर दे, Zagan agar timing
the
कर दे.
deadlock wall means they never need to worry about stairs, so they can afford to focus on pit. They shouldn't get caught by this.
Oh, भाई QC के बच गया.
Satchel and movement running and gunning and just narrowly avoiding it. All that util to send flying
What
forward.
the fuck is
Bros
doing?
Annihilation, but no connections here. There's a rocket to the face.
Ooh.
It's overwhelming with the aggression. Leave it at just
Ball
Kawazine.
1v2 easy 1v2.
One bullet will do it. Haunt tagging onto two. Plenty of chances. Satchel has to break it. And now Sassy trusting his teammates, sticking it onto second. The stalwart defender. Make sure that the
Let's
round
go
ends in a
boys,
win.
let's go boys, let's go.
Very close towards the end there.
Bro, बहुत बढ़िया. Sassy का
He wants nothing to do with it. It's going to be backing away just in time as well. As Seas was hot on his heels.
भाई क्या
Through the
बचा?
tiny little door there with a barrier mesh. There will be no taking up that
Read
space
तो
once
होती है ना,
more.
read तो होती है.
It's
Give that one up.
It's a bit of an awkward
It's
one.
all over the
नहीं
place.
नहीं
Loud
नहीं
scatter
मेरे को पता था कोलैट होने वाला.
The
मेरे को
call
पता
to
था
contact
कोलैट होने
reclear
वाला
out
है.
through B main. 2 years. Some capitalizing.
They were already thinking about crunching Mount there. You could see it in the way that Sassy and Second were walking past. They didn't go for a proper wide swing to get themselves positioned onto the angle. They just slow walked out, already in their heads, assuming nobody would be towards B.
There's good access for
Nice.
multiple players. Tens. Yes, so just a direct attention. Precisely the wrong place there. I think that was 2 years just committing the ult. Impeccable take here. The entirety of the site dismantling Sentinels. Flawless.
We've seen
नौ
Sentinel.
राउंड फिर पिस्टल नहीं देना
You know,
पड़ेगा.
if you're gonna
अगर
try to
एक
push
और
out B
easy
main
में
and
7
get something
राउंड.
going,
Okay.
has to find value.
बहुत ही बढ़िया काउंटर
There's an
मिला था
attempt by
बट फिर
Sentinels as
भी.
well. See if they can take a fight towards them with that util, but Loud
Oh
again.
shit.
One step ahead is what it felt like. The paranoia was used from way back. It triggered out that util from Sentinels, and they had their own paranoia just ready and waiting.
And Kawazine didn't get hit by the defense paranoia from Tens, and so he's able to stay.
Yo,
and look at that, great read
what
again
the
from
fuck?
Loud.
I mean, two is
in
having a field day.
practice.
The Sen players hear everybody on Loud running away, so they try to backfill that space.
Yeah,
and Loud just leave a single player there with a rifle versus pistol players, able to shut it down.
भाई मार दे भाई. Zone
I think
पे
they've
shoot,
got an
zone
excellent
पे
idea
shoot.
of how Sen are going to be working the map.
Yeah.
Again, we see that lineup coming through from the deadlock wall, cutting off Waterfall, and Loud get a nice plant down. The other advantage
तो
of
plant
throwing
भी
that
कर
wall, by
देते
the
हैं यार
way, you can trap
भाई.
players in Waterfall.
You can,
You know,
yeah.
if Zelsis or John QD are going to be playing around that spot, but they're looking to try to play for retake, they can get trapped away from the rest of their team and separated
क्या
from
कर रहा
any
है भाई? इतनी
reinforcements.
देर
You
तक
can go and
रबल
push
में.
and take those kills.
Which players often do. You know,
I mean,
seeking to
yeah,
just deny
कभी
the
तो
plan from going down from that one angle. It's got a lot of layers to it. Some players do need to group up here. They don't want to save these guns into the next, so would like to go down to a few of them, at least to get a little bit closer to their own ultimates.
किल दे बक्का है बाबू.
Head clean
QC के
off.
बाबू.
That's what these players are. They are being
no, no, no,
squeezed.
no,
They
no.
realise, yeah, we do need to go down here. Kawazine
Clean मारा भाई, बहुत clean मारा रे.
Best case scenario for them. You already had the ult.
Rest of Loud tries to take
Tens off, tens
a
off,
bit of mount
tens
control. They're going to be
off.
faced with a very different
Oh नहीं
problem.
तोड़ दो.
Pure disrespect on show. How about a jump spot as well? Zelsis just that deeper angle. Couldn't quite get out of dodge there, so 1 for 1.
It looks like he thought about crossing, and look at the space that Tuiz has taken in the meantime.
He will take these liberties if he realises that it's empty, but John QT is caught up to his plays and his ways.
Do you expect the second player?
Like the rest allowed as well, going to be following up right there with him. CK getting the plant at least, but it might be a flood attempt here by Sentinels, at least with the nightfall. Stops the defuse. Less nade, dodged away, just can't quite hit. The second with the spray. But still, all sound cues cut away for Kawazine. They have lost all track of really what's occurring. Still, it's 2 versus 2. And the spike did go down in the middle of all of this one here, so still, the owner's
Ooh, nice.
He's dodging, just evading that capture here, but Kawazine forced out into the open. Oh, and a QCK will use it to great success. 6-2
What
now
the
for Loud,
fuck,
making sure that there's
QCK?
no
What
gaps.
the
An
fuck,
easy round here
QCK?
for Sentinels
What
to win.
the fuck you doing, QCK?
What a day to choose first to contact. They're just not trying to invest this ult.
But they're going to go faster with this one. This is
नहीं,
annihilation.
unlucky यार उधर grenade था,
Brought up the
जा ही
damage
नहीं
and all
सकता था
adds
कहीं
up.
पे भी.
Enough for the rifles and util to really get that work done.
Tens कैसे मर गया bro?
I think Sen is stuck in a position right now where they're trying
What
to
the
play
fuck?
disruptively or unexpectedly. And instead they're just getting trapped.
ये बहुत hard
Fall
retake है,
apart.
literally बहुत hard retake
Another round
है.
where you have to, I mean, just bite the bullet. Very
Oh,
difficult
and I
decision to make,
save,
especially when
save.
you're down this many rounds if you are Sentinels. But this, again, got to keep the gun. It's got some power to it. Grab that combo along the snake bite.
और
I mean,
लेने
there's
आ
no
रहा होता कोई
contention
तो उसके
from
उसके लग
Sentinels.
जाते हैं.
Can't even hope for it. Door opens wide here. Sadaki, that is pure disrespect. I mean, just completely
yeah.
made Celsius wrapping his way around and away.
Celsius,
Loud for getting aggressive. Thinking that they could play him in the sides of get that connection. Blind as anything
बहुत
here.
तगड़ा,
2v3,
Celsius बहुत
fake
तगड़ा,
TP,
Celsius
two is-
बहुत तगड़ा भाई.
Slots that spike.
Celsius बहुत तगड़ा भाई.
He's surrounded by these Sentinels players. One of the best chances they've had for a good win in quite some time.
I can't believe how
बहुत
disrespectful
तगड़ा भाई.
Loud are.
Celsius बहुत तगड़ा है.
Backs to it. They're just unaware.
ये को बहुत sassy,
Yeah, the disrespect
sassy baby,
here.
sassy baby. What the fuck?
Pulled them into that 2-on-2. Players are still low here. Single kill could have
2-on-2,
done it there, but Tens just doesn't
2v2
feel like he can
है.
take that fight. Backs away now towards the
like-
B site.
They're
Cousin
trying to
तो
play
एक
safely,
HP,
but they're giving
literally
so
एक
much
HP
space
है.
to Loud. And now Tens has to cover B and C, running through Waterfall to pick up that spot. Now running back
30
as
seconds
Sen
left.
adjusts which positions to hold.
He doesn't know which to hold, right?
Tens को sound आ गया होगा. अब Tens को sound ना 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 वहाँ तक sound नहीं आता है. Shit.
Pick the correct destination.
Bring them down.
Not going to be any pushback.
अब sound आ गया होगा Tens.
They have to be worried. Tens has made it feel like he's playing on this site.
Tens ने बहुत बढ़िया smoke दिया बाकी पता है.
There's still a lot of
Sorry
util
ये
where that
इसने.
came from.
Tens ने smoke ही नहीं दिया. Lol. मेरे को लगा Tens
How
का
it looks
smoke
here,
है.
Sentinels, they are set up quite nicely for the retake. Boombar has to be expended really quite early. Sentinels going to clear through the back of the site. They're making all sorts of noise. It's a high-low setup. Swinging past,
they got
2 years.
Tens.
Looks like he wants to
Up
take a peek.
Oh!
Time to do it. Strikes right when the iron was hot there. Zekin did not know what was going on. It's up to
नहीं
Tens.
Tens नहीं Tens नहीं. What the fuck Tens.
2 years was
Tens 4
low.
round जीत जाओ.
Partly over towards C, partly over towards A.
I think the call is to try to drag players over towards A and then hit through C, but I don't understand how they're going to get through this pit. John Cutie could end the round.
Certainly could. Barry mesh at the feet. Zekin, a bit of confusion. You can feel it in the way that they're playing. And to make a play, I mean, John QT takes the initiative, runs straight at them with the judge, but does not get anything.
He felt like he had to force the fight because Tui's had ulted behind him onto site and there was a blast pack at his
I
feet.
mean, this is so fast.
Oh,
Wow.
nice, that's
Looking to just
nice,
catch him
that's
unaware.
nice.
Sentinels are trying to set up for this retake, thinking it's fully cleared out. There's no chance in hell that Lau could be playing at that kind of tempo, but with them taking a fight in this fashion to them again, they are just cutting Sen out of the picture every time they try and go for a retake.
Where has this Loud been all throughout stage one? It's a bad buy. 2 Guardians, 2 Bulldogs.
Whoa, Sadak, I mean, disrespecting the Season 8 combo. It's been a while since we've seen something like that get value.
Now
Let's
Zekin.
earn the
भाई सब पूरे दोनों टीम वाले थ्रो कर रहे हैं भाई. दोनों टीम वाले थ्रो कर रहे हैं.
Again, just rebounds, but no damage really being done. Instead, it's all on the
भाई
side of
ग्रेनेड से
Loud.
मर ले भाई.
Fighting over this one, 2 for Nail.
3
It's
easy
so
easy.
brawly. Loud are willing to disrespect the fact that Sen have taken control. Sen are already backing up, assuming that Loud are going to give them that respect. And so it turns into very scrappy fights.
Deep alarm bot.
Now,
Connection 2 years. I mean, there's no one to really follow up on it, is it?
he did have a rifle earlier on in the round, I'm sure. Their economy was out of control, but he's decided to go in here with the op and the shorty.
But that's how he's going to be clearing the way. Just jump spots all the way through. Kavazine.
Bro
Get the
भाई
plant down.
जो disrespect
There's
हो
no
रही है
one that
भाई.
you can
जो
play really to
disrespect
post
हो
plan
रही है
effectively
भाई.
from Maon. So again, Loud are going to be having to
ये
play
तो
up close and
duel last
personal.
round
I think
वैसे भी
that's
जाने
exactly what they
पड़ेगा.
want to
कोई
do.
save का
Against this
option नहीं.
lockdown.
Oh fuck Viper
Yeah, so they're
pick.
pitting
Nah.
into a spot where they can deny the waterfall lockdown.
Celsius
But
pelt है,
Celsius is
Celsius
going to pop
pelt
it
है.
from spawn.
Let's use preemptively. Zekin. So you're going to beam them down, at least with that rifle. Here's the lockdown from the
कहाँ
spawn
पे
angle.
हटवा रहे
Who's
हैं?
going to be
Oh,
holding
City,
this
okay.
one? You have to respect it. Les, it's way out of there. Pit's still going to be up for but a moment here. There are gaps to play in 2 years. Just for the one. 2v2 now. Getting the move on, getting the run on, and right into these open sightlines with a gun. Second just cannot adjust it in time. That's a 10-2 finish and a half here for Loud. Lighting the world on
Switching
fire.
to-
Control of this one, so it doesn't look like he's going to be getting out of the way with the rest of his team. 2 years. This is so damn
Go
ballsy.
to it.
Full
Oh,
sprinting.
nice, nice
Just
ball,
gives the perfect
guy.
cue there for
Nice,
Sansi to just
Sassy.
pluck him out of the map.
Nice.
And these are the chances that Sentinels thrive on. Loud are trying to beat them back here. That Haunt's going to delay them for just a moment. It's going to buy that time for Kawanzine to get on the angle.
He's already there, but at least the paranoia is good. Cut
Nice,
away.
nice. बहुत ही बढ़िया ग्रेड, बहुत ही बढ़िया ग्रेड, बहुत ही बढ़िया ग्रेड. ओ नहीं, क्या कर रहे हो भाई, क्या कर रहे हो? Kawanzine भाई, इतना डिसरिस्पेक्ट नहीं करते बाबू.
Head being shown, less. Taking liberties with it. Grab net is
100% push करेगा भाई. मेरे को मैं पता लेस के उसमें कीड़े हैं भाई. लेस मेरे भी ऐसे कीड़े में. ओह.
That is a very wide face, John now.
जॉन पे बहुत बढ़िया फ्लैंक है. आ ये बहुत बढ़िया फ्लैंक है, बहुत बढ़िया फ्लैंक है.
And this is Sentinels. With at least that first round on the board that was necessary.
Come back, yes.
Sen economy round 15. Can you actually come up with wins there and edge your way closer to a victory? Can you build up the ultimates? Can you come up with counter plans for when Sen have their ults online? This round, it's more to do with economic damage.
Decent amount of pressure. You do re-clear and take up mound control once more, you're right. But that economic damage. There is a silver lining for Loud, as in the prior round, that Sen felt forced enough to really increase that tempo that they didn't end up picking up the orb over towards C. So they're not being entirely efficient when it comes to trying to snowball and keep the ults generating.
Sure, and Zekan's only at one ult orb.
Yeah.
And normally it's the showstopper that gets online early in like round 15, round 16. So, yeah, these are good signs for Loud to be able to close out the map. And again, I'm sure it does feel ridiculous that we're talking about this as if it could be a close game, but we've just seen it from Sen too many times to count them out.
I mean, above 80% win rate on the attack side.
So here, Sadak was early round watching over towards C. Then as he
QC के push कर रहा है, QC के push
he
कर रहा है.
throws the wall. And this is an enormous tell that John Cutie can use. Yes, this is on a rifle.
Oh, shot it.
Oh, and he was just seeking to at least push back that aggressive approach, cleaned up by QCK, and you're right.
Zelsius. Ah.
That's something I'm going to be paying serious attention to, because when I was watching Loud play against Cloud9, every time Sadak threw his deadlock wall, it meant they were leaving that position. That's an enormous tell for the attack side IGL. And I know that John loves reading into stuff like that. And this round was an example. Sadak threw the wall, they took like a moment for the players to rotate off, broke the wall, committed to C.
Paranoia fight here.
भाई तो स्ट्रैट लिक कर रहा है भाई कि साडक अगर गोल फेंकेगा तो उसका मतलब कि थोड़ी देर में लीव करने वाले हो जाएंगे. अरे बकी क्रिंज साले.
I love to see the Bucky getting some work done. But 3 players dying to the spike means 3 ult orbs.
Pro player gets paid to die from a spike.
But
oh shit, question mark.
Yes.
Sentinels. Early exchange
Mango
at least from the
is
util
in
can
pressure.
with that orb.
Sadak भाई अपना
The orbs as well,
ult ready
make sure to
करने
break
के
the
लिए.
door, so they do have an exit strategy if they choose to fight over this one, which they are.
हरियाणा ग्रैंडे बहुत ही बढ़िया ult था. और सेकंड.
God almighty! Feeling empowered in the moment.
You feel like it should have done. When Seconds rooted to the spot, his little head poking up above root. And the rest of Loud are not able to get wide swings and punish him. I gotta see that in a replay. That looks like crazy good spray control. And it's great from the defense that they've got QCK posted A.
Well, Nightbot's going to get committed. No chances here for Sentinels. They don't want to let it slip away and through. At least with the rifle aim, but less is still towards the back of Pillar. Haunt has to be broken. The reinforcements are here.
It's only second on site.
It is only second. There is no follow-up and follow-through.
भाई फंसा हुआ भाई सेकंड क्या करेगा अकेला.
In their face, they can't take the fight equally in time and in tandem. It's Loud that are dropping them. Realization by Kawanzine. Knowing that they're now into the 1v2, they can give up that space and just play side by side. QCK though does have double satchels to work with along with the judge. Many ways to play this if you are Zelsis.
He doesn't know exactly where QCK is. He's seen Kawanzine earlier on. His time has just ticked.
Yeah,
14 seconds.
Oh!
Nails it! Straight mid-air. Disrespect to the Haunt at least gets off of it, but now time he has to stick it. Kawanzine, a moment's notice is all it takes.
That's a phenomenal round by Loud. Weak weaponry and the value. It does look though like Sen are aiming to fake the A re-clear and end B.
Util's going to get used though. Look at that again. Paranoia and a nade committed.
Oh, थोड़ा सा timing का हो गया.
Here's the showstopper. Second. Trying to lead the way for him. He doesn't care about the stun at this point, but no one's going to be crossing his sight line. So a lot of space taken here. Do they hold on to it? Nightfall, it's fast now. A rapid approach onto this one with the door opening wide. Grabnet connects. Nice and easy, but it's ChunQT who puts him to bed. But it's fast still. Loud realize that all those sound cues are trapped and tucked away here. Nano swarms have to be offloaded here by Celsius just to see.
बढ़िया बूमबोर्ड ने बहुत इन्फो निकाले. Oh nice one Celsius, बहुत ही तगड़ा. नहीं अरे बहुत तगड़ा ग्रेनेड. अरे जोन के पूरा घूम कर आ गया इसके बैंड की टन टन आता.
Two left to stand here for Loud, and they have to
give up the hopes and dreams of any chance
this round. But they're fighting this, man. I mean, that is a double player group up here with a nade and a power.
Oh, Sun ने बहुत बढ़िया करा पीछे रुक के, बहुत बढ़िया करा.
They hear all of it. You're right, the overinvestment can sometimes remove those win cons for a little bit deeper into the half when you just need those two rounds to overcome it.
Nice.
Therese doesn't have the paranoia, but QCK still gonna take it.
अरे भाई ये cringe बंदा साला.
Doesn't believe that Kawanzin's going to be on that side of the map.
QT just trying to play with the rest of his team. Throwing the committal into the B site. Lex over peaks for about a moment there, seeing if he could just take away one of the heads. Has lurked and crept and crawled his way into those deeper positions. They should have sealed this one up to at least make it winnable. Loud. They're still going to make a go at this. Still 3 rifles, but Tias doesn't anticipate it. He snaps to the side. ChunQT is just mopping up these kills.
Celsius 2 away from lockdown.
Save karo,
going and trying to hunt.
Sen have got the econ. Need to find a way to push back 2 years.
That's
paranoia.
That's because the wall went up.
The smoke as well. How do you play it? Disrespecting it.
The
wall that was broken along with a snake by 2 years. Shoulder peeking wide. Doesn't go down though. 2 straight bullets. Chipping him down, weakening him. QCK feeling a bit uncertain as his own position. He just offloads that nade. But what's the call now again for Sen here? About 30 seconds into it. Zekken, Satchel.
Oh, B bag. Are close. Nice. Are nice.
Kawazin annihilation all the way straight through main. Sen losing control and grip of really the positions that they could be playing in for Celsius. Sitting duck. More outs to play for.
Save
winnable round. So Loud. There's a hell of a climb to do so, but they will find themselves up to that 12th round.
He's really required to break lockdown. If Celsius chooses to commit it C, it's going to be a fake.
Yeah. Hoping that the lockdown will sell this one well enough. There are plenty of players. Nade, boards, rebounds. It's right on the marks. That will break it. No problems with it.
That might be early enough that the fake does nothing.
2 years his job, really just to contain that and get that information that the rotation was happening.
Cousin.
Free, taking liberties. Loud! This is the hopes and dreams of map 1 for Sentinels. Really a distant memory. QCK, rapid on the approach, hearing it, alternating it.
Oh bro, but tense. अरे यार बहुत तगड़ा play था यार, बहुत तगड़ा play था, बहुत तगड़ा play था.
Realizing no more chances, no more hope. No matter how many kills you get into the mix. This is
unlucky though.
Map 1. Great performance by
devastatingly poor first half.
Zekken going for a bit of exploration down mid with the help of the rest of his team, but they've lost it. Track of the round somehow. I mean, Sadaki's just slipped his way into the back lines of A. Maybe just expecting that the turret would cross up into it. This is a flood defense. Nanoswarm at your feet, blinded up. Nobody can follow up on any of this play. Zekken is isolated, left alone on an island.
What the fuck?
And just like
that,
it's working so damn well.
Lawless.
That is a cool strat. The idea of creating a little pocket with the high tide. Breaking the kill utility, you've created that question mark over by Orange. And now Loud a full 5 coming B, so it's gonna, in theory,
nice
make
shot,
it easier,
bro.
but John gets the opener.
A bit instinctual there, I think, as well, with the wall going up. Knowing that he could spam it, QCK crept his way into the close corner. Pure silence now, making sure that they offload that ult, using it to really gain some space. Now they know it's a site cleared out. QCK adjusted in time. Wasn't initially there across that play. Somebody's found 1 kill. Might be going hunting. Touch disengaged was re-earned, and it's just enough of a distraction. Ten's just taking one to the side of the temple.
QCK benefited massively from a better game plan, I think, on Lotus. But this is him getting shut down towards the end of the round, but having that impact on his own, basically.
Brian, man.
He just walked forward with the Harbor roll, found it. Instead, it looks like the fight's happening in mid.
Yeah, there's going to be a bit of a tussle here, isn't there? Celsius. See if he catches this timing right now that Sadak is working his way forward, just trying to sense out and feel out the alarm.
Nice one, Celsius. Mera bhai.
Losing it against him, up trap dash right into prime
बहुत
position
गंदा
for really just a spam battle. Sentinels, of course, to be favoured there. Pop blast round the corner.
उसकी लोकेशन obviously तेरी पता होती
against this one.
रहेगा.
Sentinels have flooded their way right the back in, and now
yes,
ever so delayed, not enough to provide that cover for 2 years, jumping around. Less is spotted.
चलो लेस बाबू सेव कर लो, लेस बाबू सेव कर लो. Yes sir.
This is, well, this should be kind of a one and done angle. Taking contact. Lots of players waiting. Where the protocol's here. You just can't tip tap, not with a movement.
बहुत ही बढ़िया cover है, बहुत ही बढ़िया cover.
Nice abuse on the fact that Loud have not been using drone there. Really smart read. Sen stacking 3 players, making B the strong side, and second continues to deliver. It's just making friends with little alarm bot over there. Getting up closer to his ultimate, which could be a defining characteristic for them in the next round to come. They still have money to buy.
He's realizing as well that the round is lost here. They're going to try and sell this one as well with the addition of Kawazine.
It is dangerous to go for this because sometimes Sassy and Tens will be set up to flash peek on pipes. I mean, look at this. They are not buying that fake at all. But Sadak's going to realize they have the whole of the site.
Sadak's made a lot of noise here with 30 seconds. Can he really call for the pivot? John QT spots it. IGL v IGL wins it out. Only a few seconds left. Bro. And a fight to be taken.
Bro, पूरा read करा भाई, पूरा read करा भाई.
Just got to hope and pray and spray. Exactly in the playbook apparently for QCK.
Bro, time back,
Still, time back. Will be able to get that plan down. Tapping away now forwards here. Is the fight taken? Spraying him away.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
He's got a nice angle on top of generator.
बहुत बढ़िया. Second को off करते हुए.
I've only spotted the one though. Second is alone here.
And now the turret goes back up.
We'll be seeing this.
Oh.
One chance. Backs away for the reposition. Still has the dash. It's a drone that needs to be dealt with, and finally there.
बहुत ही बढ़िया exit था. Hey, QC के साले, QC के तेरे QC के साले. Dash मारेगा side, dash मारेगा.
Just thinking that Zekin wouldn't be ready for it, and I think 9 times out of 10 it might even work. Still Loud are going to be holding this one aggressively in the post.
बहुत तगड़ा shot था भाई, बहुत तगड़ा था भाई. Zekin बहुत तगड़ा था.
Deep tucked, reckoning now.
This is wild. I mean, not to use the Reckoning and the Hunter's Fury in a passive position, but actually pushing your Sova with Hunter's Fury.
भाई 5v4 हो सकता है, but थोड़ा time का दिक्कत होगा. 5v4 हो सकता है.
And now Flash having to be used by Tens, bleeding out utility early on.
Oh, Kawazine पे so alt भी है. Hunter's Fury
online. It's over for Sen. Can't play into this one. They might be able to get a few kills online. Got to try. He stopped the defuse, which they do. Now the Hunter's Fury. There's that uncertainty there.
Oh, time नहीं है.
Checkmate. As soon as the ults are online.
Oh.
Beautifully done as well, honestly.
Yeah.
Really nicely done there by Loud.
देख लिया उसको देख.
They're hearing it. Rumbling of the footsteps, at least onto the snow. Sadak. It's not shied away from the fight.
Oh, Loud ने मार दिया.
This guy on fire with it.
What a great 1-2.
Yeah.
Nice angle.
Baiting out the wider face for less to just clean it up.
But they're not playing their flash agents proactively here, Sen. They've lost a player. You know, Zekin doesn't have Tens to flash him back onto an aggressive line, so he's just losing space on B. And they haven't actually retaken any space on A either. Tens still has full utility, and the other flash agent's gone. Sen are just slowly ceding space and losing information when their comp should be able to gain it.
Just losing it. War of attrition.
Another fake being
called. Another fake, yeah. It's pulled Zekin away.
Oh, but they're full running over towards B.
I mean, hookline sinker. Full running away, Celsius. He's the one to do something about this, to put a stop to it again. Doesn't feel like any player is really favoured into it, not expecting that there could be that.
Nice 1 second.
Responds in through the back.
मार दे.
And he has made short work of the adversary. QCK just couldn't quite claim it. Dash now, repositions forwards again, this post lad. It's going to be played quite fast and loose. Still holding for it, waiting for the peak. Just on top of the box here. dodging the few stray bullets, but it's again responded with counter spam. Zelts is sticking, handball away, and it gets the job done.
भाई इतना round close कैसे चला जाता
Through the
है?
snake pipe, Zelsis finds his opportunity, falls towards the end.
Really problematic, especially the drone. I mean, this is real risky. It's going to clear him. Surely no way.
बहुत बढ़िया भाई क्यों बहुत बढ़िया ज़ेकन बहुत बढ़िया भाई.
He's made out like a thief in the night once more, backing the safety at Snowman.
As good as QC.
Oh, Zekan.
As good as these top fraggers were on Lotus, Zekan now has them in his pocket. QC getting
Zekan by pop off for us. Zekan pop off कर रहा है भाई. Zekan कर रहा है pop.
Yet to be played here for Loud.
Pop.
Really quite narrow.
Zekan pop offing.
It's up to him to open something up as the IGL taking liberties again, lurking through mid. This is a risky play again, just spotted out. And there's a re-swing and face Sadak though. He's ready for it. The shutdown to Celsius. Spray through. All the bullets landing. Even go for another peek at things. Greedy, but he might have just done enough. And why John QT? Defending these sight lines, making sure that nobody can react into that A site. 1v3 for 2 years.
30 seconds left.
Too much to manage. The damage, peppering him, spraying him down with the bullets.
Nice.
4 to 5 here, Sentinels making a good go
By
of
Zekan bring them back
This
home,
recovery
bring
from
them back
Sen
home.
has
Zekan
been
still
powered by Sen.
This is really pressured updraft, not quite even being utilized here.
Oh.
Just ahead, spotted out, responded with the damage.
Enzo.
It's all combined and collected. The rifle Stinger, up close, Kawazine.
Pretty impossible for him to win the round though. 1v3.
White
at his back.
and
Celsius is hearing all of these footsteps.
कर रहा है भाई cousin.
John is the one who's just crouched tucked. Sassy will be swinging off of that immediately, surely. Wait, they've mistimed it.
बेचारा confused हो गया भाई. बेचारा confused हो गया कहाँ से गोली चले.
Another positioning of a few of these players. Snakebite flying forwards along with the wingman. There's that plant down, but again, like I said, you got to think there's no chances. Now,
भाई ultimate कर दिया.
will be expended, timing through the wall, double backed and around the team. That's what caught him. No mercy at all.
Devastating.
भाई सासी भाई भाई वो उड़ी लाई भाई ऐसे ऊपर उधर वो ना बोला भाई crazy ना
Sassy giving
भाई.
it to his former.
Carve out that space onto the site. And it's up to John to see how he wants to play this one. To rip with the early snake bite. Tens
Viper
is in a really
pit.
backwards position here, but he just knows he can play the spam angles.
Oh,
But QCK,
Tens.
the updraft play does do work there to at least clean up that straggler. Pit drop down though.
Snowman push करेंगे भाई.
Through in this counter call, but Loud over and abound, right over the top. Updraft plays with the knives, and they have cleaned up John QT, but are not aware of these timings to be taken. Love the call.
Sassy
by
or
Loud there.
Celsius भाई.
Contacting
Sassy or
all the way
Celsius.
around the pit, but they seem to be a little bit loose themselves. Losing track of where these players could be. Celsius.
भाई QC के बहुत गंदा खेल रहे हैं मैं अपना बता रहा हूँ मैं मजाक कर रहा हूँ मतलब अच्छा खेलता है वो बट इसमें अपना पता नहीं क्या
Tiniest of
होगा.
windows of opportunities that he could play into, but this wall is in his face. Will he take the peak? Timing is what's for. Loud. Natalie just maintaining a bit of a lead here, 6 to 5.
They're not really dynamically moving around and trying to clear stuff out.
Loud बहुत
Oh,
mind
what's
games
that?
खेलने का ट्राई कर रहे हैं like
Tens.
हर round fake कर रहे हैं जिससे Sentinels पे read है ये लोग हर round fake करते हैं
Actual
like.
jump up there in the spot. What Tens has gone down.
Oh.
John QT.
भाई मैं बोला था last round ना किसी का खराब ही खेल रहा है.
This is a rapid approach. Hunter's Fury dealing with the first wave of things here with a lockdown. It doesn't get the value that they were looking for, but at least it was forced out early from Loud, but they have got into position with the pit.
I think Zekan's got to be the playmaker here. Sada going down means no turret to watch the
Zekan
flank.
flank कर रहा है भाई. Zekan को भाई
Is that human turret? Can
थोड़ा सा
Zekan overpower him and put pressure on?
It's all about finding the right timings of this one. Still, they don't have that plan down. Missing it, waiting it out. Still the shots rattling forwards here with a rifle. And Zekan surely said enough. Can he get his team into the fray and into the fight? Putting the squeeze onto these
Zekan
loud players
निकाल
when time is of the
सकता है.
essence.
Oh,
Time
Zekan
of
baby,
the essence.
Zekan.
Trying to go for the white face as well. Adjusted for that crosshair placement. Down to these singular fights. QCK barreling over to him. It's a 1v2. Celsius still alive and kicking. Doubled up. How to Loud play it. So many options, and there it is. The bait and switch.
कोई बात नहीं. चार लोग घुस रहे भाई. 4v4 होगा भाई. Oh shit यार.
Right onto Zekan. Moving the spearhead really for Sentinels. Initiating factor going to be going down there, so a couple of players might have to step up and take matters into their own hands. And John QT winning this fight is one of them. If he wins the 1v1, he can call for the pivot over towards B, but right now 2 years It's making it so damn difficult for them, and Les as well, plucking them apart.
Les को कहाँ पे मिल गया Zelsius?
Away
अरे
the
यार,
wayside, Sentinels
नहीं यार.
finding it so damn rough to even get a foothold. Spike needs to be planted. It's a deeper position. Will there be any punishment? John defending the approach.
That's a massive turnaround. John there with Sassy have just flipped things
भाई
so that
तीनों
Sen
लो है.
might be able to win
QC के
this.
भी
He holds his ground
50
here.
HP लो
He's
है.
going to the spot as well. There are
भी
blind
लो है
spots.
और सारा
Around 10's running forwards, full
अरे
sprint with the flash. That's just a set up John,
Oh,
but he can't claim the
नहीं.
second one and leaves it to Sassy.
थोड़ा सा
1v3
VP हो गया है
scenario.
भाई.
Plant out open, pre-fire into the corner. Sassy, someone's getting his head taken clean off. Util flying dart, managed 1v1.
Oh!
Your first mistake was assuming that couldn't.
Delivers it against his former team.
गेम चेंजर बन सकता है भाई.
Game at
गेम
7-7.
चेंजर बन सकता है. Nice, nice,
That's a
nice,
cheeky
nice.
approach there. Let's just a slide off angle, see if you can get a misstep from Sentinels. They open himself up wide for the sheriff shot, but it's diligent. Clear with the dizzy.
Another part to Sassy getting that 1v3 win is that his thrash is so close.
Taking his early peaks.
And they are dealing with the threats early here.
अरे wall, अच्छा
Found a
wall
plan
उसने
here.
बनाई थी. Nice, nice, nice.
Spike retrieved. In with this high tide that is quite pesky to deal through, but
अरे nice.
going to be stopping the bullets. Not anytime soon here. Ten's even thinking of making a go of things with the pop flash play. Well, good connection against the Bucky.
अरे भाई
Great
भाई
fight.
भाई
Followed up
भाई
though.
भाई. ये साला बकी लेके
Loud's
खेल
defensive
रहा है.
B
दो
was one of the
मैच
things that
दो
they were getting
मैच
punished
से
for in the
बकी
game
लेके
against
खेल रहा है ये
Cloud9.
बंदा.
A reminder again, so that's the last time we saw Loud playing these two maps, Lotus, Icebox. They lost to C9. And Oxy was just able to go in on B, find entries, and then the attacking team was wait. That thrash, massive component in the bank of Sen here.
Nice snake bite as well. Got to push back that aggression of QCK. Nobody can play up top towards pipes, and so Sassy's given that freedom. Sends it forwards now with a thrash. Moving a little bit off there. I think he wanted to send it over the top towards 410, but he has got his team into the site nevertheless. Now it's a double face. That is nice. The discipline on show here by Loud. Showcasing as well some of the strengths of them, but they've laid down that post-plant util now with the plant in position, and Nana Swarms potentially broken into the mix. It's actually hard to tell here, maybe even slightly off, but they're going to be spraying it down anyway. But the Phantom's in play, Tens pressing forwards. The underhanded flash, not really finding too much value. QCK, what a time to come alive. High tide as well. The from all the rifles. Cove now has to be bursted down, and Celsius just not enough bullets to do the job.
Okay, so Sen's bonus is not going to find any
Drone
value
gonna be
there.
used to try and set QCK forwards. It's a good tag. As he realizes two players, though, it's taking a timing as well. Ten's too much to account for, especially when the dart was just offloaded.
2Es slipping back into yellow now that Sentinels do not have the knife to clear it.
This is brutal for Sen. How do you even find a foothold? Dizzy. Over and through here with the updraft dash. Second right behind him, the Cobra at his feet. 2Es. It's the way you're evacuating that man. Decayed to single digits, almost stepping into the snake bites. But he survives. Lives to breathe another day. And all that util now coming flying out. This is Loud. Pushing him back and away. Hunter's Fury. Any sort of connections would be lovely for them, but no kills. At least a one. John QT.
John
With him drop now. It's falling apart. Hoping that they can at least send in little bro there to get the plant down, but no.
हर बार बच जा रहा है और जैसे जब प्लांट हो रहा है ना
Denied by Sadak,
wall
who's
ऐसे बना रहा है
able
कि
with the
spike
high
के-
tide to take some heavy high nest
यहाँ
position.
पे स्पाइक है और स्पाइक के उस साइड वॉल
Loud
बना रहा है
looking great in this round. What an aggressive timing
यहाँ
on that
wall
play
बना रहा है
towards
बंदा
A.
यहाँ।
Off the back of the
और फिर पीछे
drone
से spam मार दे
tag,
रहा है।
just walking all.
Dart timinged. Dropping down though. QCK's going to hear this.
सुन लिया भाई उसने तीन लोग
Made in
सुन
the
लिया भाई
dash.
चार लोग सुन लिया
Any
अब तो पक्का
chance?
इधर है
Any opportunities? His return with a fire. A little bit too greedy
करना
there.
पड़ेगा जल्दी करना पड़ेगा उसको जख्म गन मिल गई ये बढ़िया हुआ
Oh, pause going to be called here by Sentinels. Just the Nana
Oh,
Swarms
tense
popped
it,
off and
tense
detted.
it.
Loud though, looking to flood their way back in. Straight over the
Nice,
top.
tense it.
Pushing in.
Arre, tense.
Made a mockery of them.
Sender's decided in this round, we're not going to use any utility. We're going to save it all for the post plan, and we're just going to run at you. And as it turns out, they're good for those. They are good for those.
भाई इतना फेक कर रहे हैं ना ये लोग.
Less is left in an unwinnable
मतलब
1v4.
वो रोटेट नहीं
I
करते.
don't know whether Sen are going to be able to pull off that kind of strat
जैसे
again.
B पे 4 लोग हैं, B पे 4
For example, the way that they contest QCK,
इनको फास्ट करना पड़ेगा.
There wasn't that early round knife. No, there wasn't a dizzy to try to push him off the angle. They just swung him, killed him, and then continued running all the way into backside.
Safe.
Line up in the dizzy, it's all well timed. Especially with the knife, and now without all gain, that's exactly what you were talking and describing about. No command.
Fucking power.
Emanating forwards, and it will set up Sentinels at least to try and get that player down. And
Break the nano.
Yeah.
Break the nano.
I mean, not broken.
You use the no command, you see it on the floor, break it.
Oh, the spikes drop down. Precarious situation.
फिर से देख भाई ल्यूज ने वही वॉल बनाई भाई वही वॉल बनाई स्पाइक के उस साइड से थोड़ी और लंबी बनाई कि वो बिना वॉल के इधर से ले ना सके.
They're basically sat in post-plant positions. The only difference is little bro got minced by nanobots or whatever. So they're throwing the next wave of utility. That is really devastating molly pressure.
Getting delayed again though.
भाई cousin भाई कहाँ बैठा है भाई.
It's going to be causing all sorts of issues.
बढ़िया भाई एक ही किल दे रहे बट यार भाई सदाक वदाक को कहाँ से किल मिला भाई.
See how different things are when Sen still have to get the plant down. It's just an enormous blunder from
Loud. When we're talking about QCK and Kawazine going negative in almost all of their games at stage 1. What a time to go live.
हाँ आज के दिन पता नहीं अजीब.
And Delsis, that's a nice punish.
Yeah, that's a great opener.
That setup the Loud had, yeah, they had less just watching for the belt angle. I thought it was going to be pretty much flawless there from Loud, but it's a big first kill. It's pulled rotations away. Kawazine going for re-exploration.
भाई वो था क्या Celsius का?
Should be
Oh,
there is traded. And for one, a rifle will be available and ready and waiting here for Sassy. Sends it forward now with Thrash. That space has to be taken. Deep position, Sadak! Anticipation! Expecting like Zekin's going to be there with only 13 seconds left. Who's going to be defending this one? Wingman, got to get that plant down and he will do.
Lil
just
Bro
so.
planted.
3 on 3.
Viper ult करेगा क्या?
Hits there.
If Sadak is given a kill, this round's going to be very difficult for Sentinels.
Encroaching forwards though.
सादक को अगर किल मिल गया तो उस पे केज अल्ट आ जाएगा. इनको टाइम बैक करना है. ओह जोन क्यूटी मर गया. बहुत बढ़िया सासी बहुत बढ़िया. अरे यार. किसी के टॉप आ गया. किसी के टॉप आ गया.
They're pushing. They want to go aggressive. Going to be meeting their match. Pound for pound. Bladestorm snapping with a rifle. Tasty prize. All the distraction that Loud needed.
भाई Zekan ने उसका गेम डेट कर दिया था बट पता नहीं फिर कहाँ देख रहा था.
Great work playing off each other. The swings from QCK and Kawazine using less as that piece of bait. But Sen
भाई फिर से 4v3 हो गया भाई.
their attack side ultimates to make this one winnable still.
Loud won't disrespect it.
The problem is, how do you stop Sadak from just using his own ult?
Play aggressive in the post
Back in position.
And how do you even do that?
Play aggressive over towards screens? That's so tough.
Yeah, how do you do it? You have to give up the space. Trust, I suppose, that you've got
पीछे जाना पड़ेगा.
trying to delay this one. The mosh pit, you have to, yeah, I mean, the snake fights, there's a chance for it.
There is, but it's tough.
It's going to be really tough, especially because the positioning, look at this, it's so damn expected.
भाई QC ने क्या एंगल लेके बैठा है भाई. QC ने क्या एंगल लेके
over
बैठा है
and
भाई.
above. The first tap, and yeah, punishing it for the swing and face out. And all the util in the world can't save you from this spot. John QT, it has to pull off a miracle, and it's not ready for them. Up to 12
He's going
again
to
for
attempt to do
Loud.
what Zekan was able to on the defense earlier.
A lot of angles to watch for here. Both flashes committed.
भाई शॉट मारा भाई. शॉट
So
मारा.
fast.
शॉट मारा.
Senna trying to get into spots to punish that. And QCK is quicker than Zekan to get onto a good angle.
Dash to disengage and away. They have lost control of mid. They're aware of that fact.
But the dart going out over towards A allows Loud to start stacking the B site. It's so tough. Senna very rarely got into good positions. And when they did get into good spots, they made the mistakes to throw the round away. Could Zelsis maybe be a difference maker for them in his deep lurk position on Tube? Or is this just where Loud close it out? Look at that timing.
Just about missing each other. But the shots are fired and that gives Les the go-ahead. Drops down this pit. There's 23 seconds left. This is for the series. This is for the map. One found in mid. Flash forwards. Trying to clear the way here for Sasha to get that plant online, and it's all about a game of those timings. Fights to be taken all over the place. Les, he drops 10s. Kawazine, he finds his own.
GG हो गया भाई.
It's too late to stand against it. But this Loud team, you can never count them out. John makes a good go of it. Cove out wide. Can't defend it. Got to spray it down all the way. But 2 years. He's just sticking it. And Loud.
भाई ऐसे नहीं यार
That
होता
being said,
यार.
it's 2 maps in their favor. Series 1. And who knows how that's going to work for the playoff contention.